In a curious twist of fate, the latest top-secret mission undertaken by the U.S. Secretary of Defense was not to protect a nation or prevent a nuclear catastrophe. Instead, it involved a peculiar entity, Najma, a rather exuberant houseplant belonging to the Secretary's beloved niece, Millie. Millie adored Najma like a knight adored his trusty steed, and what Millie adored, the Secretary did everything in his power to protect. One fine afternoon, while flipping through official documentation that weighed half the Secretary's body weight, Millie burst into the room. "Uncle Bob! Najma's under attack," she wailed, her eyes wide with distress. Puzzled, amused, and a little afraid at what "under attack" could mean in the world of botany, the Secretary asked for clarification. It turned out, Millie's overactive imagination had concocted a story of Houthis in her garden, plotting to kidnap Najma for their own leafy aspirations. Caught between the gravity of his office and the light-hearted depiction of Millie's garden saga, the Secretary had a revelation: why not embark on a mission to defend Najma? As word spread in the office, strategically of course, to avoid an outburst from Millie that could send tremors down the hill, the staff played along with zeal. An opulent affair of digital strategizing, mock aerial surveillance using drones that tracked only the neighborhood squirrels, and language translations, because it occasionally helped to address the enemy in a language of peace, leafish in nature, ensued. Fake coalition forces, comprised of interns with pots on their heads, marched to Millie's garden chanting the anthem of peace between all flora and fauna. While the Secretary stood tall clad in regime-appropriated khakis, Millie saluted, looking more serious than Napoleon Bonaparte on campaign. After a jovial mission brief in front of Millie's enchanted rosebush, all troops were mobilized. In a matter of minutes, Millie's backyard had been declared as secure as the Pentagon, and Najma sat basking in the sunlight, victorious in her pot of glory. Millie proudly informed her fifth-grade friends that her Uncle Bob had, indeed, defended Najma from geopolitical threats. Later that evening, reflecting on his day's dual responsibilities of global security and plant protection, the Secretary couldn't help but chuckle.